Today's video, we're going to take a look at a common action that the Mavs, Thunder, Lakers, and Sixers run. So let's dive into it. Loop action is a staple of Carlisle's offense, and there's a whole bunch of wrinkles that the Mavs run out of it. I don't think there's any other coach in the league that run as many wrinkles as Carlisle off the simple action or just set plays in general. Unlike most teams that call this loop, which is just another term for the Iverson cut made popular by Allen Iverson in the early 2000s, where he would cut from wing to wing above both elbows, but Carlisle calls this specific action side. The first two clips shows the Mavs running two side, which is just a simple Iverson cut where they look to get a guard ripping baseline on the catch for a drive. So here you see D'Angelo goes under the second screen to discourage the drive, but gets blown by either way. Same thing in the second clip, but Rozier chases Harris over the top of both screens. Ogilvy and Horford are both hugging their man, and Ogilvy is a semi-late rotating over to rim protect, giving up the layup. When the Mavs don't get the initial baseline drive off the Iverson cut, they flow into a side pick and roll. So here you see Harris and Dirk, they go into a side pick and roll. Lou tries to go under and gets caught on the screen, and Harris just pulls up for the three. Same thing here. So here, the Pelicans don't communicate properly on the switch, leaving Barnes wide open for the baseline mid-range J. So this time Bradley does a great job of staying attached to Doncic the entire time, with Gallinari in drop coverage to take away the roll into the pop from Barnes. So the Mavs go boomerang action where the initial ball handler gets the ball back right into another ball screen with the step up. So here you see the boomerang pass, and DJ goes right into a step up ball screen. Here, Eric Gordon denies Berea the boomerang pass, and the Mavs flow into pretty much blind pig action, hitting the big at the elbow extended, and Berea cuts backdoor for the handoff. Here's the same side pick and roll action off the initial Iverson cut, but instead, both bigs set a double ball screen. The Mavs call this two side 77. So a lot of people have previously asked me what 77 means in clips that I've posted on Twitter. And it's just a common term that I've picked up on that a lot of coaches call for double ball screen actions. And here you see the double ball screen from Powell and DFS. To double ball screen or 77. Great great cut by Dwight too. Great cut with Leonard helping on the drive. This next wrinkle out of the Mavs' side series is a high pick and roll action called two side low. So immediately after the loop cut, the big at the right elbow will set a ball screen, while the other big clears to the strong side to create the single tag on the weak side. The timing is a bit off here, but you can see Doncic making the Iverson cut, and Kleber clears out to the strong side. And immediately, Dwight sets a middle pick and roll for Berea. Here, JJ gets 2 on the ball, and Bembry on the weak side here doesn't really provide help on the weak side by tagging Dwight on his roll, which opens up the lob. Here, the Rockets switch the initial pick and roll to take away the drive. You see switch from this defender here. And EG falls back to take Dwight on his roll. So you see here's the single side tag. Makes a Maggette cut across Clark when Clark steps the wrong direction a little bit. So right here you see that lean towards the wrong direction. And because of the switch, EG isn't much of a threat to help at the rim. The fourth option the Mavs run is designed for a shooter called 3-side back or 3-side back crack. So it starts off with the DHO, followed by the Iverson cut. Like in two side that we saw earlier where they follow into a side pick and roll after the Iverson cut, this time they fake the ball screen and flip the screen for a shooter to come back to the ball for a shot. So here you see Dwight faking the ball screen, then immediately flips and rescreen for Wes Matthews. So JJ gets a trigger, which is basically just a 2-on-1. So here you see the two defenders guarding the ball. And this creates the 2-on-1 right here. And there isn't anyone to help on the shot. Same thing here. Again, same thing, but it starts off with a lazy execution. One of the things that Carlisle loves to do is using his guards to post up when he feels they have a size advantage. And they call this two-side drop. Post up for Wes Matthews against Brogdon. The stack pick and roll is a staple of Carlisle's offense, although I haven't seen them run this wrinkle much, but here they run stack out of side. So the Pelicans do a good job defending the play with the guard-to-guard switch. So you see here, this defender calls for the on-ball defender right here to switch onto Barnes, who is currently setting the back screen for DeAndre. And they neutralize the action. No advantage gained. Loop is also a big time play that Billy Donovan loves to run for PG. As we saw earlier, 3 loop, which is the Thunder's call for this, which is basically the same action as the Mavs' two-side action. Same look, where they look to get PG a rip towards the baseline off the Iverson cut. Here he gets a 3. So this is pretty much the exact same action that the Mavs run, but Thunder call it 3 loop rub. Same exact action as the Mavs' two side low action with the middle high pick and roll. Justin Jackson, who has help responsibility to tag the roller right here, is really in no man's land, not doing anything, as he's not really guarding the roll or the shooter when he should really be tagging the roller, and gives up the lob to Noel. So this time we see the Lakers running it for Ingram off the Iverson cut for baseline drive. This backdoor action is an ATO action that both the Lakers and Sixers run. Rather than making the Iverson cut to the wing, the cutter will tight curl off the elbow to the rim for a layup. So right here you see the tight curl from Ingram. And both Young, right here, and Collison are in poor defensive positioning, hugging their man, which opens up the entire paint for Ingram. So right now you see the entire paint is wide open for Ingram to curl to the rim. Great pass by LeBron. Lakers tried it against the Pels, but AD's length to lock and trail breaks up the play. AD does a great job of trailing Ingram, and his length just disrupts the play. Here the Sixers run it for Butler to get him a lob. Same exact action.